Okay, so this is our video then on solving quadratic equations. So just talk through a little bit about this. So you'll be able to solve quadratic equations by factorising, including common factors and difference of two squares. You'll be able to factorise a quadratic expression in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. Quadratic equations, one of the form x squared plus bx plus c equals 0. In general, quadratic equations have two solutions, and you can use any of the methods of factorisation to solve a quadratic equation. Once the equation has been factorised, it can be put in the form ab equals 0. If we know two things multiply to give 0, then either the a equals 0 or the b equals 0. This one's almost been done for us. We have x plus 3 upon x minus 4. So that means that we know either x plus 3 equals 0 or x minus 4 equals 0. X plus 3 equals 0, that means that x is minus 3, and here then x equals 4. A bit more to do then in the next one. So x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to give us 6, and the same two numbers add to give us minus 5. So with those two numbers then, because it's a 1x squared, I can put it straight into my brackets. So they're going to be x minus 2 and x minus 3. Minus 2 minus 3 gives me minus 5, and then multiplying does indeed give me 6. So that means either x minus 2, sorry I shouldn't have the bracket there, equals 0, or x minus 3 equals 0. That means then x equals 2 or x equals 3, and those are the two solutions then to that quadratic equation. Going on then to the next example. 6x squared plus x minus 2 equals 0. In this case I need two numbers that multiply together to give me minus 12. 6 times minus 2 obviously. And the same two numbers add together to give me, it's a 1x there, so it's a 1. And with that then I split my middle term, so two numbers multiply to give me minus 12. One of them then must be positive, one's negative, and then they're one apart, so it's going to be 4 and minus 3. So I'm going to split my x here into a 4x and a minus 3x, so with 6x squared plus 4x minus 3x minus 2 equals 0. Let me do my line down here and factorise these two terms here. I can take out a 2x, and that gives me then 3x plus 2. This one here has to be 3x plus 2. That equals 0, and then a minus 1 is going to come out the front. So that means I have 2x minus 1 equals 0. I've jumped a line here, I shouldn't have done this either, apologies. Or 3x plus 2 equals 0. I should really have done the brackets in between. So my next line should say 2x minus 1 in one bracket and then 3x plus 2 in the other bracket. So in this case here I'm going to add 1 to both sides, divide by 2, so x is a half. Is one of the solutions to that equation, and then in this it's going to be x is minus 2 thirds. Question 4, this is a special case one. I hope you've spotted it already. This is actually the difference of two squares. So we're looking for an a minus b, a plus b type affair. So we're going to have 5x minus 4 and 5x plus 4, because the square root of 25x squared is 5x. The square root of 16 then is going to be 4 equals 0. That means 5x minus 4 equals 0, or 5x plus 4 equals 0. That means x is 4/5, or x is minus 4/5. And to get that one to work. Final example we're going to do here for the notes is y squared equals y over 5. Couple of different ways of doing this one, I suppose. I would times everything by 5. I don't like this fraction here, so I'm going to write it then as 5y squared equals y. For quadratic equations we generally get everything over to the one side. 5y squared minus y equals 0. I'm then going to factorise this. Again, it is a quadratic because it's a square term, but it's one of those funny ones without the number term. So we can just factorize out a y here. So we have y upon 5y minus 1 equals 0. That either means that y equals 0 or 5y minus 1 equals 0. And that gives us then y equals 0 or y equals a fifth.